What's up guys, welcome back to Ride the Bean. Today I thought I would just talk a little bit about this helmet that I've been using for the past almost 2 years. The LS2 Explorer helmet. And I thought I would just give you my opinion on it. Not really a review, but more just a what do I think about it after using it for so long. First of all, I bought the helmet in Barcelona for about, I think it was 250 euro I paid for it. Because my other helmet got cracked when I got hit in the head with a mallet or whatever it was in France. As you can see, it's not in the best condition. I've been using it pretty rough and I've been living in the helmet for all this time. So it has some scratches and bruises that you can see, but that doesn't really bother me. I don't really care what it looks like. It's served me well so far, and for the price, I'll say I'm pretty happy with it. When it comes to comfort, I think it's a decently comfortable helmet. It fits relatively well, and it's comfortable to have on the whole day, except for when you have speakers inside the helmet, because the speakers, there's not really a lot of room for speakers in the helmet. So unless you place them perfectly, they're gonna like press against your ear a little bit, and after like 6-7 hours that starts to hurt a little bit. I haven't been able to find like the perfect placement for that, so that's one drawback, but it's not really a big issue. It hasn't really bothered me. Just like take a break after like 4 or 5 hours, and then it doesn't bother me the rest of the day. So it hasn't really been a big issue. Noise-wise, it's quite loud. It is an adventure helmet, so there's a lot of air flowing through it, which is good in most cases, but it does make a lot of noise. So riding this without earplugs for more than 5 minutes is very, very uncomfortable. Airflow is decent, but as you can see, it's not really a lot of ventilation on it. There's 2 vents on top here, but they don't really work that well. I don't really feel much air coming through, even if I open all the vents. There's vents on the side here as well, but they also don't work very well, and on the front here. But with the camera in front, it doesn't really do anything. So I would want a little bit more airflow through the helmet, especially when I'm riding in warm climates like Morocco or southern France or whatever. And this lip, the closing mechanism, makes it a little bit, it hinders. It's nice in cold weather because it keeps cold air from coming in, but in warm weather it gets a little bit claustrophobic because your breath doesn't really escape. And this locking mechanism, so when you press this down, you have to press the button to open the visor again. And this is something to be quite dangerous actually, because when you lock it and then suddenly a situation occurs that you really need to open the visor, either a bug hits you or whatever it is, and you need to open it, and sometimes when you have gloves on it's a little bit panicky. You can't hit the button, especially if the camera is in the way. It gets a bit claustrophobic and panicky. That's something I really don't like about the helmet. As you can see, I have a pack talk on. I don't have the actual pack talk, but the Cardo mount. And I have a microphone inside the helmet here. And that allows me to, of course, communicate with everyone and all that. And I have the microphone for my cameras also tucked away in here. This helmet has a sun visor, and the slider for it is here, but this locked after, I don't know, just a couple of months, 6 months maybe, and then I couldn't get the damn visor down anymore because the button is locked and I haven't been able to fix that at all. And so that's not really a good thing. But I don't know what you can expect for 250 euro. So all in all, I've been pretty happy with this helmet because of the price. If it was more expensive, I would definitely not be happy with the helmet. But for the price, I think it's a reasonably decent helmet. And I would probably buy it again if I had not enough money for a more expensive one and had to buy a helmet like this again. It is the best one in this price range that I have found and or tried, at least for me. The sunshade or whatever can be moved back and forth. It has gone through quite a lot of beatings. I've fallen off the bike and hit my head, I don't know how many times, countless times. And it's still more or less whole. Just some scratches on it. I know you probably get micro scratches in the helmet. And that can affect the safety and blah blah blah, but it is what it is. And then there's one more thing about the helmet that I really dislike, and that's I don't know if I want to take this off now, but because it's difficult to put back on. But under here there's a screw that holds this whole thing together, the visor and the top here. And this screw somehow unscrews itself all the time. It has happened probably 10 times. And I've used Loctite to tighten the screw, it unscrews itself. And luckily there's a cover on it so the screw doesn't disappear. But that means this whole thing comes loose and it's just flapping around. And when that happens on the highway, which it has a couple of times, and suddenly your visor is just flapping around on the side, that's not really a good thing. So yeah, I think that's what I think of this helmet. It's a decent helmet for the price. There are much better helmets out there, but they're a bit more expensive. Like if you go up to 500 plus euro, I think you're gonna find way better helmets than this. But for the price, I'm pretty satisfied with it. And if that's all the money I have, I think I probably would buy this helmet again. It does have some flaws, but the flaws are, most of them except for this visor thing, is not really that big of a deal. They're not such big issues that they have bothered me the whole way. Anything except for this screw coming loose. That is the only thing that has really bothered me with the helmet. And the damn sun visor not working, of course. But yeah. So that's my thoughts on the LS2 Explorer helmet. Decent helmet, decent budget helmet, and I would recommend it. But there are better options out there as well. I don't know if there are better helmets in this segment, in this price range. When I was picking this one out, I tried 10 different helmets and none of them really fit my head very well. I tried the Rai helmet, which is a lot more expensive, that didn't really feel comfortable. And I tried a few others, but this one was the most comfortable, at least for my head. But what other helmets in this price range, like 250, 300 euro, would you guys recommend? If you were to recommend a helmet in that price range for adventure riding. Let me know in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.